Hi, I'm Gordon Sandercox, a junior at Frenship High School.
And I'm Katrina Gonzalez, a sophomore, also at Frenship High School. In the next half hour, we'll show you what two of our elementary students are learning that most never even think about.
And we'll show you how our Frenship Middle Schools are remaking a hit show on NBC.
Plus, a new program is in place to help high school students make the grade. How is this new program coming?
We'll have all this and more coming up on FISD Tiger Zone.
All of our schools in the Frenship District rise to high testing standards. Westwood Elementary is a fine example. It is recognized for the 2010-2011 school year. Every year it is either recognized or an exemplary campus in Frenship.
That's right, Katrina. Westwood has about 700 students ranging from pre-K to 5th grade. The students are served north of Marcia Sharp Freeway and south of 19th Street in between Upland and Frankfort.
When students aren't testing, they're doing really neat things to get out into the community. If you went to the fair, you may know what I'm talking about. Brandon Walker found out Terra Vista Middle School has some very creative students.
Every year when you go to the fair, you go for the food and the rides, but most of the time you don't think about the other things the fair has to offer. Terra Vista Middle School art teacher Drew Dutton tells us about his addition to this year's fair.
Just every year is different. This year, the same as always. The kids kind of really surprise us at how well they can do and the quality of work they put out there, so we're excited to see what they do.
Dutton says he has several talented students in his art class. This year, 18 pieces were displayed at the South Plains Fair. Of those pieces, 4 students received awards. Kaylee Swinford won first place, Andrea Clausen placed second, Summer Martinez placed third, and Katrina Matalock received honorable mention.
It's just a good opportunity to get the kids out and have a chance to show what they can do in the public eye. I don't know exactly how many people see the artwork, but thousands of people walk through there every year and get a chance to see what they can do.
To be entered, the students have to pass Dutton's preliminary judging before they will be entered into the fair.
We'll look a whole lot at their effort, the quality of the work overall. Obviously, if they put forth the effort into it, it's going to turn out to be good work. Their knowledge of different criteria that we use, elements, principles, and just overall appearance of the work as well.
After the students place at the fair, their advancement isn't what you might think.
From the fair itself, they don't advance, and with the fair, they'll move on throughout the year. We have lots of exhibits throughout town in public. We try and get them out as much as possible. One of our bigger events is Scholastic Competition, and that'll be at Wayland Baptist University in Plainview. And from there, they can advance on to nationals.
For FISD Tiger Zone, I'm Brandon Walker.
Wow, that really is amazing. We have some truly talented students here. Hi, I'm Casey Smiley, a senior at Frenship High School.
And I'm Brandon Walker, also a senior at Frenship High School. And speaking of talent, not only do our middle schools have great artists, but they're looking for the best singing champion.
For the first time, our middle schools are actually going to face off in a challenge. The idea was actually borrowed from the hit NBC show, The Voice. Skylar Stevens has more.
This year was the first year for NBC to air its hit show, The Voice. You know the players, Christina Aguilera, CeeLo Green, Adam Levine, Blake Shelton, hosted by Carson Daly. Frenship is holding a competition of their own. Heritage Middle School choir director Chris Jarvis says they had lots of kids audition.
Well, I've had lots of kids who, real excited about it, and, oh, I love that show, and I really want to, and so that's been cool. That's kind of what we were going for, is to try and get as much excitement about this as possible, and to just make these kids feel like rock stars.
And some even sing like them too. Here's Bethany Brizard. She made it and will be presenting HMS.
'Cause I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Yes, words won't bring us down. Oh,
Bethany says she was very nervous during the audition. Her mom was even there to root her on. She says she can't wait to be part of this.
I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool.
Choir directors from every middle school listened to audition after audition until chose their own team of 10. The final show will be November 8th at FMS, where high school choir director will judge the final performance and pick a winner.
At the big show on November 8th, we're going to have each school perform, every kid will perform, and then the judges, who are going to be the high school choir director staff, will pick the best solo and also the school that brings the most talent and has the best turnout for that. And there'll be a traveling trophy that'll go to each school for the winning school.
And one thing's for sure, there will be some great talent performing, and all the nerves
I was really nervous.
was well worth it.
Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you.
For FISD Tiger Zone, I am Skylar Stevens.
We have a wide variety of talent in our district, and it shows. The talent of our students spreads all across the board, from art to choir, theater to dance, and to the Friendship Band. With the fast growing of our fine arts programs, Friendship High School is building a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Katrina Gonzalez has more on this story.
Theater Arts Director Drew Wiesner says the new fine arts building is going to be bigger and better than ever.
All the construction in the back of the building is something I'm really excited about. We are actually in the process of building a new fine arts facility, which is going to have dance classrooms and also a massive auditorium.
Wiesner says the new auditorium will hold 1,100 people, and new additions as well as a larger stage will be added.
With wing space on both sides as opposed to just one side, there'll be new dressing rooms, a big scene shop area that'll be really cool for building everything. There's a big loading dock in the back. It's kind of laid out the way the Civic Center Theater is.
The auditorium will be used by students who are in dance, band, and choir. The auditorium is scheduled to be completed in March of 2012. I'm Katrina Gonzalez for FISD Tiger Zone.
This fine arts building would be a nice addition to our ever-growing high school campus. But speaking of growing, Brandon, do you know the FISD student population in 1990?
I don't know, but when we come back, Gordon and Katrina will have the answer for us in Friendship Facts. Stay tuned.
Friendship has been around since 1935. We recently just celebrated 75 years of excellence. But in 1990, the district had more than 4,100 students attending, according to the Texas Education Agency.
And since then, the student population has exploded more than 2,800 students. Today, FISD has more than 7,000 students enrolled. Two more schools were built in the 1990s, Bennett Intermediate in 1991 and Westwind Elementary in 1995. Also in 1997, the Reese Education Center opened as well.
And as the century changed and the district entered the 21st century, Friendship continues to see expansions. 3 more campuses opened. Willow Bend Elementary and Terra Vista Middle School opened in 2006, Oak Ridge Elementary opened in 2009, and Heritage Middle School opened this year.
A career technology education program offers Friendship students the opportunity to make more than minimum wage while in high school. The program is designed to jumpstart students' careers in the medical field. FHS senior Victoria Cordova is working on a patient. It's not a real patient. She's practicing for her career. When she's not practicing, she's working on her skills at a local retirement home.
What I do is I work day shifts, so I work from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So in the morning, I would get my patient up for breakfast, transfer him from the bed to the wheelchair, and then I'll get him dressed, do personal hygiene.
FISD has 15 career clusters, one of which is Health Science Technology. HST is a secondary CTE program for students interested in pursuing a career in healthcare. Karen Moore is a registered nurse. She's also a HST instructor.
The CNA program we have at Friendship is a great program for anybody who's interested in going to a healthcare arena. It really teaches you sort of the basic care of a patient, and it lets you know a little bit about how the health team members work together. It also provides an opportunity for a student to do more than make minimum wage. They can kind of work their way through school.
Moore says when a certified nursing assistant receives their certificates, they're not only able to work in their state, but also anywhere in the country.
Well, the certification process is a very important one, and it's actually through an act of Congress called OBRA that the regulations for certified nursing assistant came into being. And you have to take a national certification exam, and they cover looking at a skills aspect of the duties, and then also a written portion of the duties. So you are nationally certified, and you can go anywhere in the country and work as a CNA.
Victoria says without this opportunity, her life would be different.
If I didn't have the CNA program or the pharmacy tech program, then I would be working a minimum wage job and I would be working a lot of hours for just a little bit of money that I would be receiving than I am right now.
Victoria says she recommends this program to all students because there's not a lot of teenagers that get this kind of opportunity to become a CNA at the age of 17 or even 16. Let's go to Parker Merrill at the high school to see what else is offered in medical science.
Have you ever wanted to get into the medical profession but didn't know how? Here at Frenship High School, the students in the Anatomy and Physiology program are learning how to do just that.
Anatomy and physiology is the study of the human body and how it works. I really try to relate it to real life. For example, if we're talking about blood pressure, we're going to do the blood pressure. Put your hands on the subject and make it fun. I don't have a medical degree, so I like to bring in people that know more about the profession. And just the other day we had someone come in and she was actually a kidney transplant survivor, and she talked to us about her experience. I think learning about your body, I mean, there's nothing more important. So I think the kids can go out and see anatomy being used in real life, and they come out with knowledge that they didn't know before.
I want to be an orthopedic surgeon when I grow up, and I just want to kind of get a head start of what I'm going to be learning. Ms. Ferguson helps us learn that we do a lot of dissections and take really good notes, play a lot of games. It's kind of what you make it. If you listen and learn and take good notes, it's not going to be hard. But if you kind of slack off and don't do what you need to do, it's going to be harder because you're not going to know what you need to study and basically how to pass.
The anatomy and physiology classes also get to watch a live autopsy being performed by an anatomical pathologist, where they can observe and then ask questions later about what they saw. Reporting from Frenship High School, I'm Parker Merrill for FISD Tiger Zone.
More than a dozen Frenship High School students were nominated to be part of the National Youth Leadership Forum on Medicine. This is an opportunity for students to gain hands-on experience, interactive curriculum that includes shadowing doctors and visiting world-renowned medical institutions. Teachers nominated 16 students, and they are Ashley Robbins, Ashley Watkins, Bailey Pollard, Tashina Moore, Jimmy Moses, Ashley Garza, Stephanie Rebong, Kenneth Tam, Cameron Rosine, Bob Barker, Hannah Reyes, Sierra Romero, Brooke Barker, Taylor Renshaw, Matthew Alston, and Madeline Gomez.
Every year, the FHS volleyball team does something to give back to the community, but this year I found out it's a little more personal.
The team started Ace for the Cure about 6 years ago. Frenship's head volleyball coach, Jennifer McCauley, has led the team for 9 years, but this year she hasn't been able to coach at all. She was diagnosed with bacteria that has been hiding in her joints. It made her so sick to the point she couldn't leave her house. So to help raise money for her, the team began Ace for McCauley.
Doing Ace for McCauley really motivates us to play a lot harder because now we're not playing just for the team, we're playing for McCauley, and now it's personal. All the money that we earn goes straight to her at the very end. So,
Coach Gafford says they normally don't have a set goal, but 2 weeks before October even started, the team had already raised more than $5,000, exceeding amounts raised in the past.
We don't really have like a certain set goal. We just are trying to raise as much as we can just to help her out a little because we know she's going through a rough time. So we just want to help her out because we really care about her, and she's been our coach for 3 years. So we love her. And one of the things that we're doing is we're actually selling these little bands, and they say pray for McCauley, and they're $2. So just ask any of the volleyball people.
Gafford says the team is carrying on without McCauley the best way they can. And the players told me that they miss her and that they wish her well.
Thanks, Casey, and we all wish Coach McCauley a speedy recovery and hope she can return soon. Now it's time for Friendship Facts. FISD opened its 11th campus in 2011. It's called Heritage Middle School. Where did the name come from? We'll tell you after this. Heritage Middle School is the name of the newest campus on FISD. It was named Heritage in honor of FISD's 75th anniversary and the historical values it has inherited over those years.
Friendship has changed a lot, and so have the courses offered. In fact, Friendship is known for its career and technology programs.
And any student who drives knows it's not cheap to keep up with the car, but luckily our automotive technology department is offering an affordable service. Caleb Brulin has more.
Auto repair is expensive. With the repair costing as much as the car at times, owning a vehicle just seems to be a hassle as much as a blessing. But here at Friendship High School, the Auto Tech program has a way for you to save your car and your money. As the Auto Tech teacher, Mario Guerrero, tells us.
They come in and they'll fill out the paperwork. If it's under their parents' name, I'll need their parents to come in and fill out some paperwork. And we can work on the vehicle. and we've got, of course, lab fees that we charge, and of course the parts that we pay for the parts.
But that is all they charge, a small lab fee and the cost of parts. The car repairs they can do range from the very simple, such as oil changes and tire rotations, to the more complex, such as head gaskets and timing belts and chains. The cost is staggeringly low for all of these, though. The cost of an alignment is not even $100 for all 4 wheels, while in an auto shop, the cost for just 2 wheels can range from $130 to $180, depending on the vehicle. There is no guarantee on the work, but the state-awarded Auto Tech program tends to speak for itself. I'm Caleb Vreeland with FISD Tiger Zone.
Some students know what they want to do when they get out of high school, but some just haven't figured it out. That's why Frenship hosted its 14th annual College and Career Night. 50 colleges and universities were well represented. Places like A&M, Texas Tech, South Plains College in Alabama. Colleges from New Mexico were also there. This is an opportunity for students and their parents to come out and meet the representatives. We spotted students as young as 8th grade out at the event already thinking about college. College Readiness Coordinator Bonnie Thompson says this is always a well-attended event.
We had a great turnout. We had lots of students and parents that came to participate. We also had a financial aid session going on in the library where students and parents could go into a less chaotic environment and ask questions about scholarships, student loans, grants, what types of financial aid was available, would be available to them. So we had that going on as well. So students were able to come, find out what colleges are out there, and then also find out how they can pay for it.
Not all were from universities. The Department of Public Safety, the military, and Covenant Nursing Program. The attendance was close to 500 this year. You're also going to see how Westwind students are thinking of what they want to be and where they want to go to college.
I want to be an MLB baseball player, and if you want to get there, you have to have straight A's during college.
When I grow up, I want to be a veterinarian. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a vet. When I grow up, I'm gonna be a game warden, and he's a type of policeman, and he gets to hunt all kind of different deer. When I grow up, I want to be a cheerleader. When I grow up, I'm gonna hunt for dinosaurs.
Hunt for dinosaurs, all right.
I gotta grow up and I get a hunt. And if I go to the jungle and look for white tigers. That's the one. I gotta grow and look for them if they eat. I wanna be a firefighter. When I grow up, I wanna be a teacher. I want to grow up like my brother. When I grow up, I want to be a hairstylist. When I grow up, I'm going to be a firefighter.
I gotta be good in school because I want to go to Harvard and become a lawyer.
I want to go to the army.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know. I'm only 5. I want to be a karate instructor and have good grades to do that.
I want to be a mechanic and go to mechanic school. I have to have good grades in school to play football.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know.
For college, I'm going to go to Texas Tech.
A hairstylist school. I have to go to firefighter school and train.
I want to go to Texas Tech. I want to go to TCU. I want to go anywhere I could go to college.
I make good grades in school so I can go to Texas Tech one day.
I don't know where I want to go to school, but I'm going to go to college one day.
That's so cool those kids are already thinking about college. At Frenship Education Center, some kids are working really hard to get out of school early.
It's called the Accelerated Program. 3 students have already completed their coursework and await graduation. A total of 71 students are in the Accelerated Program, which is the most they've ever had. Devin Ward has the story.
Here at Reese Education Center, students learn at their own pace to graduate on their own time.
And our students can graduate at any time. It's not a set schedule. Basically, if I finish all my work on a Tuesday, then my schedule is complete and I've done everything required, I can officially graduate that Tuesday and then we'll have recognition at some other point.
Mr. Reeves says how most of their students go to college after graduating from the accelerated program.
I'll tell you, last year is the first year for our program, and of the students that participated in our program last year, we have all but 2 students are currently enrolled in college.
Their goal here at Reese is like any other school, it is to prepare for the future.
And then our goal, like any other campus in Friendship, is to prepare for the future and look at success in the future, and hopefully, that's going to include college for most of our students.
If you need to graduate early, you should go get an application from the secretary at Reese Education Center. For FISD Tiger Zone and on-site reporter Jason Wilkins, I'm Devin Ward.
While those students are graduating early, the high school set up a new pilot program to help ensure that the students graduate on time. Here's Assistant Principal Tim Carter to tell us more about this new program.
The goal of MMA is to get students to finish all their work. We're going to try to eliminate zeros as much as we possibly can here in high school. Several things the kids can expect as they get here. They've got a quiet study hall area. They'll get their assignment. We have all the work for them. We've got books and we've got supplies, minimal supplies if they need them. We've got somebody from each subject area ready to help them, give them any kind of tutoring that we can. And it's just a great environment. The kids who got assigned to MMA, we had a very large number of them make an effort once they got assigned to get their work turned in beforehand, so they were eliminated from the list or taken off the list, didn't have to come. And then this morning we're looking at about probably 25% of the kids who showed up who were on the list had their work completed and turned it in. And when they do that, they simply come, turn their work in, we check it off, bundle it up so we can return it to the teacher, and they're free to go. They were here maybe 5 or 6 minutes total. Today we had 2 walk-ins, but it's also open to anybody who just wants a quiet study hall location for Monday mornings. So far the teacher response has been really good. Like I said, we had about 100 students signed up by Thursday at 4 when all the papers were due. About 25 of those turned their work in beforehand, so they were taken off the list, and like I said, they're doing a real good job. As long as we get those assignments by Thursday at 4, we'll have them in here on Monday to get that work done.
We are all about our students reaching their full potential, and this is seen at Northridge Elementary.
We want to tell you about a great achievement. Gabby Betancourt is a 3rd grader. In September, she won first place with scores of 92 and 89 at the Texas Junior Golf Tour tournament in Waco. We were told she had a great experience and even won the Best Dressed award. Great job, Gabby. And we'll be right back after this.
Welcome back. Bennett Elementary is offering a unique course for visually impaired students.
So far, there are only 2 students in the district taking this class. Jacob Gurley showed us just how difficult it really can be.
Hello, I'm Jacob Gurley with news about how 2 Bennett Elementary students are learning an interesting subject.
Students with visual impairments that need to learn Braille have to learn early so that they will be prepared for, as they get older, they'll be able to access their print and however they're learning to read, they'll be able to do it as they get older. Braille is very difficult to learn. There is a cell formation for every letter of the alphabet on a Brailler. So you have to learn every letter of the alphabet. Then you have to learn contractions, which is part letters, part words, that stand for words and parts of words. And there are like 210 total contractions that you have to learn Braille. So it's very complicated.
To figure out what is harder, reading or writing, I asked a current Braille student.
Harder to read it. Because I get confused with my D's and F's, R's and W's, and it gets really frustrating for me whenever I just can't remember that one simple word, and like I keep on reading it over and over again, and it's just, but then I figure it out and then we move on.
Bennett's goal is to remove some of the challenges that students with visual impairments face. I'm Jacob Gurley for FISD Tiger Zone.
Not only can students learn Braille, but another course offered at FHS is also gaining popularity across the country.
Foreign languages are more than just Spanish or French. This language is more visual. Jessica Chambers has a story.
ASL, or other known as American Sign Language, has become more popular amongst the students of Frenship High School. Deaf ASL teacher Dr. Michael Collier sees a rise in American Sign Language as a change in culture.
For years, ASL was not seen as a language. Now people realize, wow, this is cool. People like the idea of learning a language that
Fourth-year student of ASL, Kinsey Polk, sees being able to talk to people of the deaf community as a benefit of learning ASL.
I'm in ASL because most kids go into Spanish and learn stuff like that. They don't really think about sign language and think about that there's a lot of deaf people who you can talk to also.
According to the New York Times, more than 90,000 students enrolled in college sign language classes last year, showing the increasing interest in this foreign language. But not only is ASL cool to learn, it is also important.
well, you can use ASL anywhere you go. In every community there are people who are deaf. If you know ASL, you can talk with them. You can talk with me.
ASL not only looks cool, but it's a new way for students to learn.
For students, it's a different way of learning. ASL, students have to focus on the vision. Other languages and subjects is ASL, eyes.
From Frenship High School, I'm Jessica Chambers for FISD Tiger Zone.
Hey, pop quiz guys, do any of y'all know the preamble to the Constitution?
We the people. That's all I got.
No, I don't know it.
Okay, well Josh Bacon is going to take us to Northridge Elementary where the students are already learning this.
Hello Tigers, I'm Josh Bacon here at Northridge Elementary School, where the elementary students are learning a lot more about our government than you might think. Constitution Day is a day dedicated to the signing of the U.S. Constitution and how it affects us today.
To commemorate the signing of the Constitution and to help children learn more about the document, we have shown a couple of videos. One was about the preamble and the words of the preamble, and then we also showed them parts of the government and how the government works.
A key part of our government is voting, and these students also are applying this.
Fifth graders were able to have their student council elections today, which tied in with voting.
After seeing these elementary school students learning so much about their Constitution, it made me wonder, how much do us as high school students know about ours? Hi Tigers, I'm Josh Bacon here with Mr. Mack. Mr. Mack, do you know the preamble to the Constitution?
I can try. All right, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union.
We the people of the United States of America.
Establish.
Preamble to the Constitution, what is it?
We the people, in order to form a more perfect union.
Justice.
We.
Yes, we the people.
The people, in order.
And in order to form a more perfect nation.
Union.
Whoops.
Established.
Established.
Justice.
Are you going to tell me the whole thing?
And tranquility.
Preamble to the Constitution, you know it? Come on, man. Come on. Okay.
We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility.
And that goes to show you how hard Northridge Elementary School is working at early education. I'm Josh Bacon for FISD Tiger Zone, signing off.
Well, that's all we have for this edition of FISD Tiger Zone. We'll see you next month.
But before we go, we have Westwind Elementary students reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
Have a great day.
See y'all later.
See ya.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which it stands, non-nation, under God, indivisible, as unity.